Hey heroes, Cap here with a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video. Now we just got to look at some gameplay for the game, break it all down, take a look, and get to explore the frequently asked questions section of their website, which is incredibly important as there was something that they did not say during the showcase, which I don't know how they didn't because this is the best feature in the entire game, I promise you. Now if you're going to enjoy the video and are hyped Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, be sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe as we get on into it. Starting off, let's talk about the gameplay behind the showcase. It looked very fast-paced, chaotic, but in a good way and in your face at times, depending on how Leroy Jenkins you went into that combat. Traversal seems to be something the team really focused on for the game and for the showcase, with each of the characters having a different way to easily traverse the kind of semi-open world that they get to fly around in. You get to see Boomerang with his Speed Force gauntlets, Deadshot and King Shark having their jetpacks, as well as King Shark just having that impressive strength to leap around and smash down on the ground, and Harley's grapple line as she seems to shoot around and show off her extremely acrobaticness, which that's a word, I'm going with it. Now I love all the traversals, but Harley's for me kind of threw me off a little bit. It seemed very grapply in a way that was like Spider-Man flying around and very kind of anti-Harley Quinn. So obviously it'll be easier once it's like in our hands and we'll be able to see and like get a good feel for it once we're in the game ourselves. But until then, that's the one that kind of just, I was like, it's a cool effect, but what was really cool about the grapple was it seems that she can also grapple onto Deadshot as he's flying around, mixing the two together to help the overall grounded character be not so grounded, which is absolutely amazing. Not to mention, speaking of gameplay, they did announce that after the game launches, there's going to be in-game missions, more missions added after, more playable heroes, and all kinds of there's a game plan for after the game launches, which is just fantastic, and I can't wait to see what's in the pipeline for the video game. Now next up, let's talk about this sweet UI and all that it has, because it looked amazing, and now we can talk about it without being scared of being stricken down by Warner Brothers. Starting with the gear, it seems that the gear is really customizable, and from what we saw and what they said, that any gear can be upgraded to max level, which is absolutely amazing, because if you find a gun you really like with the perks and stats and everything else you're looking for, you can keep it all the way to the end of the game. And you can also change the way it looks and customize it to give your character that little bit of personalization. Now, they didn't dive too deep into like the gear, but with the screenshots taken during the showcase, you can see that the gear have different statuses like burn or deep freeze, as well as perks to make the gear better based on how you want to build them out. It's very much a looter shooter style game, and it looks like it's off to a pretty good running with some of the perks and stats that we've seen on the builds. Now, speaking of the builds, loadout's a tab that you get to we didn't get to fully see it in the gameplay, but it looks as if you can make different loadouts for your characters. I almost called them heroes, but they're definitely not heroes if they're going to be killing people. I mean, some heroes kill. That's besides the point. Loadouts means that we get to gear test and play around and have even more fun to mix it up and see if we can make a full melee build, a full range build. Could this character be all one status or a combo of statuses? It really helps out. Plus, when you get to in-game missions and you're facing different parts of those missions, it helps to have loadouts for that specific time compared to I need to be high defense during this time, or I need to make sure I can put out as much damage as possible. Loadouts is definitely the way to go there, and it will help out and will just increase the fun factor of the game. Now, there's also a battle pass section of the UI, and they did say in the showcase that it's specifically for cosmetics. This doesn't have any kind of way to like a pay to win system or anything like that. And as far as cosmetics go, some amazing ones were shown off in the showcase, and it makes me really excited to see what more is in that battle pass. Does the battle pass get added onto? Do we have to pay for the battle pass much like you have to pay for a battle pass for Call of Duty or for Fortnite? Now, whether the battle pass is multiple seasons, like I said, something that you can be expanded upon or be a micro purchase in the game, it is kind of left up in the air, and I didn't see that in the frequently asked questions section that we'll get to in just a second. But ultimately, it seems like a really cool function. It's almost like a way to kind of focus your characters and increase your XP. That way you can get more cosmetics and make them look cooler in the game, or wackier in the game, I guess I should say. Which, speaking of the frequently asked questions section of the website, right here we have the frequently asked questions. And this feature was not talked about in the showcase, and that's a shame. That's a shame. We're exploring it now because this is amazing news. And that is right here. Does Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League support cross-platform play for online co-op? Yes, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will support full cross-platform play for online co-op, which means it's cross-play. Does not matter. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever you get it for, you can play with everyone else. An amazing, amazing feature. And the one feature I was really wanting to explore in the showcase today, and I was a little bit bummed that they didn't, but going through this, reading all of these, and seeing that crossplay is in the game, and I don't have to worry about not being able to play with certain people, or what platform to pick, and what's the best option. This is absolutely amazing. Takes the stress off, and it makes me even more hyped for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, of course, they didn't answer all of our questions, so let me know in the comments below. What questions do you have left for the game? What are you on the fence still, or are you hyped enough that you are buying this game day 1 on May 26th when it drops? As always, heroes, stay amazing, and I'll catch you in Metropolis. Bye-bye.